So
Okay.
I'm not sure whether to go with HCM or
Okay.
payroll module.
The finance. Yes, right. No problem. Like it doesn't matter if you have work experience or if you don't have work experience to learn this tool. So anyway, I'm going to start scratch everything. Like what is HCM, what is Workday, why companies are choosing. We'll discuss everything. So if you have any questions, just you can ask me
Yeah,
at the
sure.
end of the session or in between. And anything is fine. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Right. So today is it's like just a demo session. So you'll see more like a theory and the course content which I'm going to complete the whole functional part. And I'm going to show you the modules, how many modules are there within Workday HCM, and what exactly the difference between the other ERPs Workday. Just differences between the all the ERPs. So I know a few like I never worked on any other ERPs like SAP or Oracle, but currently I'm just uh, seeing this some SAP application. So I'll give you that difference as well, and also we'll discuss about the versions or the application, like how many type of applications you are going to handle in real time and in our training period. Okay, so we'll see all these things. But once we started our classes, right, everything is going to be practical. So you are not going to see any, it's like a presentation or theoretical part, which I'm going to say the definitions. No, everything is based on the practical. And remember one thing, it's all about practice. So if you have good practice within this tool, you can manage any type of module. So it's like, see, it's Workday training is like there is a mobile phone. I'm going to show you how to operate that one, like have to install the apps or have to change the settings if you want to hide anything, or have to just delete the pictures or mail. So all these options, so all the configurations. So once you know how to handle your mobile, right, so you can do whatever you want after that. Like in this particular Workday training, I'm going to show you how to install Yahoo. So you know the process, like you can open the Play Store. This is one step. Then you have to type that Yahoo name. Then you have to install. Then the other process is like creating account. So all the configuration. So I'm going to explain all the things within this. But after, like if you are keeping any experience or uh, after joining in some project or organization, you'll see a lot of things. It's not only the training part. So you'll see the different modules as a part of consultant. So how you are going to deal. But if you know the navigation, right, so in company they'll say, can you please install WhatsApp, but you know the process. But WhatsApp is different here, Yahoo is different, but the navigation is same. So it's like just play with the application. So you are like after few sessions you'll be providing this work the application, just go through every corner. So you'll be getting like a lot of doubts. Then it's like I can say, make your hands dirty with opening everything. But until unless it is it is not security, you can do whatever you want. But security is like if you are disturbing something, it is going to affect the other people. So we'll discuss about the security in that respective chapter. So we'll see all the things, all the basic stuff in today's class. Okay. So coming to this, let's discuss about the ERP before starting directly the workday. So what is ERP? Why companies are choosing ERP? So basically, enterprise resource planning. It is a central database that receives information from various departments. So various department in the sense, if you consider your organization or in general company, we have different type of departments, right? Like it's not only worker and the company, it's not only the job, but you can see the performance, their performance, their compensation, salaries, and the benefits. Like if you want to opt your family benefits or your some other benefits, you'll see the benefits module. So as you say, like a payroll and the recruitment part, and you'll see the hiring, termination. So within this ERP, you'll get all information from various department within a company. So within the ERP, when you can store, you can view, you can manage the data. So it's a tool basically. So within the tool, you can do the a different type of transactions. So hiring is one type of transaction, termination is one type of transaction. So similarly, you'll you'll get everything from within single application, single ERP system. Okay, so ERP systems can allow your business with to expand without any addition of IT or staffing costs. So in this ERP, right, we're not going to see any type of like codings like Java or C plus, nothing. So it's all about the navigation only. It's a you'll see the different options, different settings. So it's a process. So no need to, if you don't have any technical, right, so people from non-technical background are just jumping into this Workday or this ERP tools. But even in Workday we do have some part of a technical, like you can see XML XSLT within a technical part or Workday Studio, so that's like a different part. But coming to the functional, I'm from non-technical background. I'm literally from civil, so I don't know anything about this programmings. But I never saw the programming of this addition of IT in Workday. So it's all about the configurations only. So once we get into the application, right, you'll see the steps, you'll see the process, then you can get everything better than the theoretical part. So Workday ERP is like a true cloud. So I'll explain about the traditional like other ERPs and this Workday in the next slide. So it's a unified SaaS based software. So basically we generally call Workday as a SaaS based software. So why it is a software as a software as a service? Why? Because let me give you a few examples. Right. So coming to this true cloud, right here, we are discussing about SaaS. So you're not going to buy anything, you're not going to sell anything like the Workday. But if you see the other traditional ERPs, like you have to buy the application, you have to install within your system, then only you have to work. So it's like you're completely restricting yourself to that particular system or to that particular organization. But coming to the this Workday, I mean cloud softwares, it is completely based on credentials and the user ID and the password, the URLs. So you can work anywhere across the world, anytime. So it doesn't matter whether you install within one system or you have to restrict it to that system. So if you have this information within your mail, right, you can just simply you can open from through your mobile or through your different devices anywhere. If you are in different city also, you can able to work. So that's the best advantage within this ERP. But the most advantage coming with this cloud, right? So as I said, the traditional systems you have to install. So similarly, there are few modules within HCM like recruitment, performance management, benefits, everything. So let's say I'm working on benefits this year. So I'm going to install that benefits application within my system. Then I'm going to work it. Later, I got some other project which is based on performance management. So you're not going to get the performance management within that benefit software. So you have to buy the performance management again, you have to install, then only you have to work. So it's like different softwares for different modules. But coming to the SaaS based product, you will get every single module within single system. So that's why we generally call Workday as a single user experience. It's like only one tenant. So I'll explain like why I'm calling it as a tenant. So don't worry if I'm using any different words like a configurations or something like a tenant. So let's get into everything. So Workday application, right, there is no installation. But do we need to maintain different credentials for different modules? No, you will see every single module within one system. So you see here, planning or human capital management, professional services, and even finance, project management, every single in a single system, every module in a single system. But how people are going to manage everything? See, I'm from performance management department, some other people from recruitment, but everything is one system, then everything is going to be messed up, right? But no, security is going to separate everything. So if you have access for that particular module, then only you can able to work. If you don't have access for recruitment, let's say you are into compensation and you don't have any access within recruitment, but still we have all the modules within a single system. But let's say I'm going to just try to find out some recruitment reports. I'll get a zero results if I'm trying to search from my side, because I don't have security. So in this, like if you are jumping from one project to other project or for different modules, right? So the people are going to give you the access, and they are going to deny your previous access also. So it's all about the security. So we'll see the all the steps, all the process in that respective chapter. Like I said, it's like a uh, even in if you compare to I mean, if you compare to any other organization, it's not Workday or ERP, but security. So if you're disturbing any task or any settings, it is going to disturb so many things. So that's why we're not going to mess up with the security. If you have an experience within that, then the client or the project is going to provide you the complete access within security. So let's see all the things within this chapter, because even security is one of the topic within Workday functional training. Okay, so SaaS product, so it's a subscription based, it's an online access only. So we'll see the difference here. Right, so traditional versus cloud. So even it's Workday, not only Workday, you can see the Oracle Fusion is also cloud. It's like a almost similar to the Workday. So there are some other ERPs as well. So it depends upon the organization. So let me give you one general example. It's like our mobile applications. So you're going to make a call by using 5,000 mobile. Similarly, you can able to make a call by using like a 80,000, 1 lakh mobile as well. So you can use anything, right? But why that much cost difference here? Why this the first mobile is a 5,000? Why the second mobile is at 1 lakh? Where you can just make a call from both the mobile. That's a features. So if you compare to the 5,000 mobile, right, you will get a lot of features within this 1 lakh. So in 5,000 mobiles, maybe it's only phone calls and the text messages. But in that other mobile, you'll see different things like a Play Store, or the processing is different. Everything is different. So that's the difference here. So it is completely the the organization's requirement. So if they don't need that much costly, like that much effective ERP, they can pick any other ERP. Depends upon the company size. So let's say I have one organization for only 200 to 300 people. So I can pick some ERP based on my size of the company. So that's why Workday is mainly for medium to large group of industry. So if you have organizations in multiple locations, right, then like you'll see this is the best part where we can just easily handle everything. So because Workday is like a user friendly. So if without giving any training, if I provide you the tenant, right, you can find out like a small things like, okay, this is what, this is where we can search, or this is a profile. So you'll understand everything. But in SAP, like I saw the SAP applications, right? So it's like even in SAP also you'll get a search bar, but it's more like codes, tables, and you have to like enter, save. I don't know, I feel like I'm not comfortable with SAP. So if you are into Workday, it's like as we are using social media, so it's very easy to handle. But it's a lot, it's not like a one or two modules. We have a lot of modules. So if you are picking the payroll, right, if you have experience in payroll, payroll is like a very big module. So you'll find out like a hundreds of pages document, so you have to complete everything. But once you're completing with this functional part, the navigation, later people are going to ask me like do we need to take a training on other modules like a recruitment, payroll? Actually not required, but if you want to take a training for others, like payroll or absence management, you can take like a we have a like trainings or some consultants which is going to provide for different modules as well. But I can say that is not necessary exactly, because if you know how to handle a tenant, and if you have a documents with you, you can just it's about terminology. So you have to understand the terminology, and you can do the activities from your side. So no need to take every single module training here. Because I'm the best example. I started my career with basic core HR, so I don't know anything about the other modules like I don't know any recruitment, I don't know any payroll, nothing. So I started with just a few topics, the core HR topics, because when I took the training for only Workday functional. So I started my project, but we are consultants. So what is consultant? The general meaning of consultant. So consultant is nothing but, so if the client is having any issue, they'll come to the consultant. So even in real time, see, as a student or as a some if you are searching for jobs, if you are facing any issues or if you need some information, you are going to contact your consultant. So similarly here, Workday consultant. So the client is going to do the different type of configurations from their side. But if they are facing any issues in any module, it doesn't matter, it's a part of payroll or it's a part of absence or a recruitment, they'll contact you. So what I'm saying is, as a Workday consultant, you should be flexible enough to move from one module to the other module. But it's not like we have to just complete all the modules within just within 1 or 2 months. We can't do that. So I started my career with core HR, right? So after 3-4 months, the other team got project which is based on this compensation. So slowly I tried to gather the information, compensation, all the document. So I'm just, it's like I'm studying all the modules from different projects. So I started learning the compensation. So but I'm not completing the, I mean, I'm not getting into the depth for that module, because it's like we are changing from one project to the other project. So I started with the compensation. Again, recently I started with the performance management now. So as I said, we should be flexible enough. And also, like, I think 1 year back I attended one interview based on Bangalore company. So they by that time I'm into only compensation, recruitment, and just core HR, not any other module. So they asked me like what are the modules you can able to handle. So I said this 3 module. But the client said, okay, in future we are going to get some project on bandwidth, so can you handle that one? So yes, we can handle, because if you can understand the terminology, if you can get the some of the document right, you can handle anything. So just keep your hands everywhere once you get into some organization, some any other projects within this Workday. Okay, so coming to this differences, traditional system is a on-premise and cloud system is on demand. So on-premise is nothing but you are going to restrict yourself to your system or to your organization. Here on demand is nothing but it's a completely based on credentials and the URL, so you can just work anywhere across the world. So that's the difference between the on-premise and the on-demand. And user can access data on system in which data is stored, so on that particular system, but it is ability to access data anywhere at any time by user. And also here, okay, so I'll just give you the information later for that. So it doesn't require any type of internet access to access data or information. So you can just open your SAP from your laptop and you can just check the data, or if you want to see the report, so you can do it without any internet connection. But for cloud, right, so it's like a, we are accessing the all the information from the internet. So you should have some, requires fast reliable internet connection to access information from anywhere. So see, it's more like a cloud system is more like a, I mean, this Workday is more like our OTT platforms. So you see the Hotstar or the Netflix or Amazon Prime. So it depends on you. So let's say I need 1 year of Hotstar subscription. So I'm going to pay and they are going to give me the subscription. They are not going to sell me the Hotstar. Even I'm not going to buy the Hotstar. So I'm just buying the few months subscription. So exactly like a Workday. So even Workday, the Workday clients are going to buy this subscription based on their company needs, I mean the business requirements, and we are going to get this URL and the credentials. So it's a completely based on these OTT platforms. So even for the Hotstar, if you want to open the Hotstar or Netflix, you should have some internet, right? So similarly. And coming to this traditional, here we don't have any live reports, but Workday is generally called as a analytical live reporting, live data reporting. So what is this no live or analytical live reporting? So in I think SAP, in SAP, if you want to pick the data, let's say I have one manager and he said like, can I get a report from all the people from Bangalore location? So how you are going to get the information if you are working under SAP? So if you are into SAP, right, or any traditional, it's not only SAP or any other traditional systems. So you are going to pick the data in the form of tabular forms, like a rows and columns. Then you are going to send all the tables to some other third party. So the third party is going to create generated reports and they'll send back to you. Then you're going to submit your manager. See, you have no live data. So it's going to take maybe half day or full day. So you'll get the report the next day. But here, if anyone is asking, can you please create a report on this people data or the application or the benefits data, you can create then and there itself. Here, we are not going to rely on any third party, but here we have a lot of tasks where we can create a report. Like here, just small task, create custom report. Then you can just easy to go. You can create every single report within just it's maybe it will take minutes or it will take hours. It depends upon the data. So if they are asking uh something like a logical, like a time off or absence, it's going to take some time, like a 1 or 2 hours. So in a day you are going to handle a lot of reports. So it's like you have to create a different type of reports, even though you are not a part of that module, but it's a report, right? So if you know how to just pick the fields, so you can just create it. So you'll see like all this reporting stuff in a reporting sessions, like it's a part of integration side. And this traditional system, it provides less storage as compared to the cloud computing, but obviously the cloud systems is going to provide a more computing power. That's why it's mostly for people from medium to the large group of industries from different locations, from different countries. Okay. So these are the different type of modules are there in Workday HCM. So here, what exactly is a HCM? It's a human capital management. So all the things that revolves around the worker and the company. So as I said, it's not only their job, but they have this HR, they have the recruitment, payroll, performance, benefits, all the things. So under this core, under this HCM, you'll see the different type of model. So maybe you'll pick the payroll or later you'll pick the benefits. So it depends upon your experience. So if you have only 1 year experience, people are not going to, they're not going to expect like you should know everything. But if you have a 15 years of experience within Workday, right? They'll expect each and every corner. It's not like we are going to stick to only one core HR. Even if you are sticking to only core HR, you won't get the good opportunities out there. Okay. So the core HR is a part of our training, the Workday functional training. So let me show you what are the different. So even I'm going to send this complete document. So just go ahead and just check every single thing. So if you have any doubts, make a note of that so we can discuss all the things. So first let me show you the course content. So within core HR, I'm going to cover everything like the first part, core concepts and the navigation basics. Like I'm going to open the Workday tenant. So we'll see what are the key features we have and like what is a profile, everything. And after that, organizations. The third one is staffing models. Fourth is jobs and positions, compensation, security, business. This is really important. The business process. If in interview, if you say like I'm into the business process, so they'll be very happy, because it doesn't matter if you are into any module, like let's say you are into recruitment, you'll see the business process. Even you are into finance, you'll see the business process. So everywhere you'll see the business process and the basic navigation of reporting. So it's like a step by step process. So see, let's say I just want to hire one person, the Workday person. So I have nothing. I don't have any company, I don't have any position. I just want to hire one person. Where you are going to hire the person? Consultant. So this is not a first step, right? This is not a first step in any organization. It's not only software, but in general also, it's not a hiring is not a first step. The first step is you should construct your company. So it's like we are going to create organizations here. So the first step is a organization. So once you have shelter, then again you can't hire the people just like in one building. So you are going to keep some chairs according to their roles and responsibilities. Let's say CEO or the manager or software engineers or the customers associates, anything. So you're going to create a positions. So is it that simple? It's just creating a position? No, within a position you see the different things. So if you open this a LinkedIn or Monster, you'll see a different type of jobs. So if you click on any job, even just you can try after the class, just try to open the Workday consultant and you'll get a one template there. So what is a location, what is a description, the summary, roles and responsibilities, everything, right? So within that complete summary or the roles and responsibilities, you'll get something like you'll understand the characteristics of that particular position. Okay, what is what they are expecting from us, like the education background or the experience, or do they need any certification. So this all the part of jobs and positions. So even in under the staffing, you're going to see the hiring as well. Hire. Okay, so for all these things, for hire is nothing but one person, right? For this we'll see the compensation and we'll see the security, like how to provide the access for that particular person or how to deny the permissions. And this is the set of like step by step chapters. So after that we are going to see the business process. So what exactly is a business process here? So business process is nothing but, see, let me give you one small example. Let's say that I'm a manager and I have around 10 like a team members. So out of 10 members, 3 members requested for leave of absence. So they need some 2 or 3 days of leave. 3 days leave. Okay. So according to the company, if someone is requesting for leave of absence, so it's obviously a paid leave. So if someone is requesting for leave, it should go to manager's approval. So this is one company requirement, but another company, see, this is one requirement. In other case, according to the company, if someone requested for leave of absence, it should trigger to the team leader. Once the team leader accepted, and again it should trigger to their manager. So once the manager also approved, then only they can able to take 3 days of leave, which is paid leave. So this is a process. This process is nothing but business process. So let's take this the second requirement. If out of 10, 3 people requested, so once they submitted, so we do have like a applications, and once you submit, right, immediately the next second it will trigger to team leader inbox for approval. Okay, so is it like a automatic process, or do we need to send any mail like hey, I just requested for leave of absence, can you please open and can you please approve? So this is going to take a lot of time, because this is not only process within each organization. So you'll see like this different type of process which is going under hiring or under termination or under like a job change location. So we can't do the manual conversation here. So see, in WhatsApp, like I'm going to type one message. So after typing I have to send. So after sending, immediately it is going to trigger to other person inbox, message box, right? So it's a process. So we are going to handle that process in Workday as a part of business process. So once anyone requested for leave of absence, it is going to trigger team leader. So if the team leader approved, it will trigger manager. And it's not like we have to manager, it's not like we have to maintain only 3 steps or 4 steps, nothing like that. So again it depends upon project to project. So maybe in one project they don't need any approvals, but in another project they need like a 3 approvals or 4 approvals. So that's why if you open some XYZ project of business process of hire, right, maybe you'll see 20 steps. But after that, if you are seeing some other project, this business process, maybe you'll see the 29 steps. So don't count the 29 steps. Even it's not like a this particular project is having 29 steps or this particular project is having 30 steps. No, they might change. So even by doing, see, let me give you one real time scenario. So there is a process of hire. So when I joined that particular project, I saw there are 16 steps, 16 steps of hire business process. Like once a recruiter submitted the application, it will go to the compensation department, so etc etc of 20 steps, I mean 16 steps, right? So after that, they gave me some requirement, like I have to add some of the documents which is going to be triggered to the new hire people. So it's around like a 4 steps. So after doing the configuration, now how many steps? It's a 20. So it is going to shuffle. They don't need any steps, we are going to delete. If they need any, we are going to add. So it's more like a automation. So once you just submit, it will trigger to that particular person inbox. So we'll see what is inbox. Is it mobile inbox or any mail inbox, or no? We have a inbox within Workday application. So I'm going to show you everything. So reporting is like a, we are going to extract the data. So in a, you'll see it's really simple in a start, like a basic part, but if you are including any calculated fields like a logical part, it's going to be tough. But it's a practice. In once you get into real time, right, then you'll understand the scenarios, different type of scenarios from different modules. All right, so okay, so I don't want to just start all the things within the demo session. So let me show you the other thing, like advantages and the disadvantages, right? So coming to this pros and cons, it's like it's a one version. So if you take in AutoCAD, I can see some people are using 2011, some people are using 2015 or 16, etc etc. But coming to the Workday, if anyone is asking what is your Workday version, every single customer will be on the same version. So it doesn't matter, it's like a 2021, you are in 2021, uh, other project or your project, everyone, it's like a mobile update. So every single customer will be on the same version. So currently we are on the version Workday release to 2021. So yearly we have a 2 updates. One is on March and other one is on September. So how you can just remember the updates, right? So actually previously when I'm working, it's like Workday 30, 31, 32, 30. I think they stopped by 33, and they changed the naming of the versions. 2 versions, right? One is on March. So you can say Workday release 1. Uh, within this 2022, first release will be like a 2022 release 1 2022. The next release Workday release 2 2022. This is on September and this is on March. So you won't find like much difference when the system got updated. So even coming to this Workday updates, right, it's not like you have to buy the update and you have to download it in your system. No, it's a automatic. So we are not going to deal with that particular versions. But you'll find out small differences when you are opening the tenant like a every day. So then you can see, okay, we got a, see, even in phone you are going to just install and reboot your complete phone, then you can see the difference within your notifications or the wallpaper, all the things, just a small things. So similarly you'll see the different things within Workday. So currently we are on the September, like this is Feb, right? So we are on the last Workday release to 2021. This March will be on this version, the next version will be this one, and it might continues the same, or else they might going to change the naming again. So you can just see, you can, the next version will be Workday release 1 2023 on March, 20 release 2 2023 on September, and it continues. This is our version now. So that's one advantage. It is automatic upgrades and mobile support. So even we have a mobile app. uh, I'm not saying like you can do your job with mobile app, but at least you can just see your reports or your if you're a manager, you can see your team data, or you can see your leave of absence, you can apply for your leave of absence, all these things. So it's a less downtime and the cost effective. So within the workday, it's not like you are going to create everything from scratch. I can say you'll find out almost 70% of inbuilt data within workday. So it's not only for one particular project, but if you open any other projects also, you'll see the same 70% of inbuilt data. And no one is going to change anything of original data. But generally people will say that's a disadvantage. But I don't know how the part is a disadvantage. Just see if there is a inbuilt data of 70% of inbuilt data is nothing but it might be a standard reports or some configurations within workday. So let's say uh, we have customizations, so we can able to change the inbuilt original data. So if you can able to change, then it is going to be a different in every project, right? Because in other project people might change, or in your project, so here also people are just changing everything. So but in workday we don't have any type of customizations for original data. So if you are in this current project, you'll see the same inbuilt data. If you are jumping to some other abc project, you'll see the same 70% inbuilt data. So that's why it is less downtime. But it's like we are haunting the things. So you have to search what is what and where we can find out that particular option, how to activate all the things. So you'll see like once we are into practicals, then you can just see and you can understand which is better than this. So it's customer brainstorms. I'm going to show you the workday community, then we can discuss the things in the next class. Again, it's a part of security as well. I don't want to just mix all the things in the basic stuff of demo. So this is all the part of the security and the workday community. So I'll show you what is workday community in our first chapter, the core concepts and the navigation basics. So okay, so it's like see when they started, or again the same data. So they actually they started the workday. They founded David Duffield, which is a former CEO of ERP company PeopleSoft. So they are a part of PeopleSoft, which is a part of ERP. Later, they installed this Workday. So that's why they founded this on March 2005, but they launched in November 2006. So Workday makes money offering subscription to services rather than selling the software. So they're not going to sell anything. You're not going to buy anything. And it's a SaaS-based product, allows user to connect to use cloud-based apps over the internet. See, as simple as pay as you go. So it delivers all the tools like across HR, finance, everything. Okay. So see, I'll send this document. So we have the other topics within the same demo, like you can see the business objects, core concepts. So I'll give the details and the terminology about this in the next class. So if you have any doubts within this demo session, just let me know. And also you'll get the recording as well. So if you want, you can just go ahead.